Hello everyone, welcome back to my No Frills YouTube channel. I hope you've all been great, that life is treating you kindly, that you are finding pockets of joy and peace wherever you can. I'm back with a health update. So the last that we left off, I was going to be going for another colonoscopy, and here we are. So, I went for a colonoscopy. She found 4 additional polyps and took those out. I have since gotten the results. They're all hyperplastic, so they have no chance of ever turning into cancer, so there was no cancer in those. Also found out that the doctor, I don't know if I said this in a previous video, hold on a minute. Mom? Sorry. I found out, I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous video, but the doctor had originally told me, my first gastroenterologist had told me, here's the cancer, and here's where I cut it. Even though we have found out now through my new doctor that it was just ugly and precancerous enough where it was on its way to cancer. Okay? That's a whole other story. There's other videos about that. Anyways, so he didn't get a clean margin when he cut that polyp out. He actually, my new doctor, she was reading the pathology report, and she's like, he actually cut through the bad cells. So during the colonoscopy, she tattooed that area. She could see the scar, and she biopsied it. Everything came back normal, but I will need a colonoscopy in a year from now. The other thing is, I went for SIBO testing. It's a breath test. It was 3 hours long. They give you a sugary drink, and then they make you blow into a bag every 15 minutes for 3 hours. It came back positive. So I have SIBO, which is small intestinal bacteria overgrowth. How did I acquire this fun imbalance? Not really sure. I did have a pretty gnarly sinus and gum infection going on in 2018, where I was on a few different antibiotics for a few months. But I didn't have really any of these bloating and situations in 2019. Maybe somewhere along the way I got COVID and don't know about it. I don't know, because I was reading that in France they are studying about like what COVID does to the body, and some people have ended up with SIBO. Something about it disrupts the microbiome. My microbiome is disturbed. So if you don't know anything about SIBO, it's basically a bunch of extra bacteria that are supposed to be in my large intestine have now migrated and have set up a party time in my small intestine. And this is why I have vitamin B12 and vitamin D deficiencies, or I've struggled with that over the past year. I just went today to my primary to get retested because I'm starting to have those symptoms all over again. I had to stop taking my multivitamin and my B12 sublingual because they were bothering my stomach, and now that I know I have SIBO, I just found this out Friday. I looked at the ingredients, and sure enough, there's a sugar alcohol in my B12s called mannitol, which actually feeds the bacteria in the small intestine, which is aggravating my symptoms. So if you have SIBO, make sure you're also checking your vitamins, because my gummy vitamins I can't take, my multi-gummy vitamins I can't take, and I can't take the sublingual B12s. I'm going to have to... My gastroenterologist actually doesn't want me on any vitamins until this 6 weeks of treatment is done. But I may do it okay, so what I have to do is go on antibiotics, 2 antibiotics for 2 weeks. I have to start a low FODMAP diet, which basically eliminates all the foods I like to eat, cheese and bread. And a lot of other things, sugars, a lot of different vegetables and fruits. There's like a whole long list of it. I got a list from my doctor. Avocados is a food I can't eat. I don't even know what I'm going to eat. So it's a very restrictive diet. She said that I should start it I should start it right away, but I'm just going to start it when I start the antibiotics, and then I may, so she wants me to start it with the antibiotics, or start it right away, but she wants me to do that, continue that for 4 weeks after the antibiotics end, which would make it 6 weeks, but I may continue it out for 8 weeks just to make sure. And then what I have to do is slowly introduce my favorite high FODMAP foods into my diet and see if they give me symptoms. And if they give me symptoms, then I can't eat them. What disturbed my microbiome? I really don't know. But I can tell you, in the past 5 years, I have been under extreme amounts of stress, just with family bullshit, and also getting over, I left a toxic relationship. But we're now working things out, which is weird because it was unexpected, and he had a house fire, and I thought I had cancer, and something happened, and things started to, life is short. So we're both working on that, but healing from that and working through my own stuff, my own shit, and also working through trauma. It's been very stressful on top of the whole pandemic and the constant worry about my parents getting COVID and myself getting COVID. It's been really a nightmare. So, I don't know if that chronic stress contributed to this whole discombobulation of my system. I asked my doctor about it. She's like, well, cortisol, which is a stress hormone, can throw off your blood sugar balance. So it's possible that stress can definitely contribute to it. I'm just glad that I have an answer now for all my bloating. And P.S. let me show you a picture of bloating I took the other night. I'm going to lose a lot of weight now because I can't eat shit. Can't eat. So my stomach bloated. Can you see it? I don't know. To here? You really can't see it, can you? This is my whole this is not good. You can't tell. Oh, it's backwards. I wish I was, had some way to insert these into, yeah, you see that? Okay. My stomach now is still a little bloated, but it's not like that. It's not like that. Okay? So, the amount of bloating is ridiculous, and it's painful. It's painful. And these have been my symptoms for almost a year now. So at least I know why I had the B12 and D deficiencies. At least I know what's causing my stomach pain and my bloating. Now I'm going to go on this really restrictive diet. I'll probably lose weight. And I just started working out again. So now it's time to get healthy. I am also going to an acupuncturist, but the acupuncturist that I chose was a dean at the school I graduated my massage therapy, where I got my license, my degree in massage therapy in New York State. We have the highest requirement of education and clinical internship time. I mean, we have the highest, what's the word I'm looking for, requirement. So he was a dean there, and he's like a doctor of Chinese medicine or Oriental medicine. He is also a master acupuncturist. He's knows his stuff. So I'm going to him as an adjunct to what's going on here, because I know enough about traditional Chinese medicine that I know that that can help me. And if you are also suffering from SIBO, I highly recommend that. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to share my journey. I'm sharing this journey of SIBO recovery. I don't know, it's going to take a long time. Things I have noticed, things that have triggered symptoms, yogurt. I went to Costco like last week. I got their chicken quesadillas that they make in like the, where they make it themselves, like where that all that like fresh food is. P.S. Those chicken quesadillas are pretty freaking good. Put them in a frying pan. But I substitute sour cream for 0% fat Greek yogurt. I have for a while now. I like it. It's thicker than sour cream, and I just like the taste of it. I don't even miss sour cream anymore. Anyways, so that triggered like a whole episode, and the bloating that you see there, it's just incredible. So that's where I'm at. Luckily, I don't have any cancer. Let me just reiterate that. But I am being treated as if I have Lynch syndrome, which means that my doctor has to be on top of what's going on in my colon and symptoms that I have. And next year I will get another colonoscopy, and whatever's in there will be go snip snip. And whatever needs to be biopsied will be biopsied. I got really lucky. And now I'm on this other thing to rebuild my whole gut microbiome. So basically the antibiotics kills the bacteria, and then you go on the special diet it's like an easy to digest diet, and also starves the bacteria. They die off, and then comes the part where you rebuild, or the body rebuilds itself. So I hope this helps me. And that's my journey. That's my update. I hope you're all doing well out there. Again, can't stress enough. Please keep going to a doctor until you get answers as to what's wrong with you. In the process of trying to figure out why I'm having all of these stomach symptoms, I went for a colonoscopy because I was having other symptoms like bleeding from my butt and discharge and mucus and, pain down there, and found out that I had a pretty gnarly, ugly polyp that was on its way to becoming cancer. And if you aren't on top of your symptoms, and please just don't blow things off. Don't blow things off, and be an advocate for yourself. Because, I was told with my bloating symptoms, maybe I should go to an allergist. I just picked a new gastroenterologist, and, somebody that listened to me, somebody that took the time to figure this out, and somebody that's working with me to figure it out and get me better. So if your doctor is not helping you in that way, making you feel safe and making you feel like you're in good hands, I'm telling you, I just want to keep repeating it. Get another doctor. There's plenty of them out there. Whatever your health plan is, you have more than one choice. Even if you have to travel a little bit, it's worth it. My doctor is not in my local neighborhood. I have to travel a few towns over, and I don't mind doing that. I don't mind doing that because she is really amazing, and in this whole year, she's the only one that has figured out what's wrong with me. So, SIBO it is. At least I have an answer. At least I know what to do. My doctor knows what to do to fix it, what I have to do to get better, and I can have like my vitamin levels can go back to normal, Alright, folks. Well, take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. You never know how one little act of kindness can send a ripple through, and that's what we need in this world, because it's tough out there for all of us. Nobody's excluded, And the more that we can reduce our own stress, and then like the stress out there, just by being a little bit softer, more compassionate, a little bit more gentle with each other, the better off we are as a whole. All right, folks, I'll update you soon. Take care now. Bye. And thanks for all the support and love and kindness and, just thank you, everybody. See you next time.